Hello dear student, today's topic is food preservation and food preservation methods. Now here first topic is what is food preservation. Before understand food preservation, here we will introduce first why we need food preservation. In the introductory part here we can say if we want to eat a mango in winter season, it is possible. No, absolutely this is not possible because in winter season there is no mango production. Why not is possible? Because the production of mango is summer season. In winter season there is no production of the mango. So it is impossible to winter. How it is possible in winter? We can eat a mango. By food preservation it is possible we can eat mango in a winter season. Here you know that mango cold drinks available in all season. How it is possible? By preservation of foods. Some food like mango pickle is also available throughout the years. How it is possible? By a food preservation. If we are not using food preservation, then it will not possible we can eat in winter season mango. How does it not spoil when stored for much time? Do you know that how the food is preserved? I will explain food preservation here. This topic during this session we will discuss about the food preservation, how it is possible we can eat in all season mango, which is production takes place only in a summer season, but we can eat it throughout the 12 months by food preservation. So I will explain food preservation here. Food preservation is a process in which food and vegetables are prevented from getting spoiled. The color, taste and nutritive values of food is also preserved. Food products last for a long period of time. Shelf life of food product is increased by food preservation. So we can define food preservation as retaining food over a period of time without being contaminated by pathogenic organisms or chemicals and without losing its color, texture, flavor and nutritious values. Food preservation usually involves preventing the growth of bacteria, fungi and other microorganisms as well as retarding the oxidation of fats which causes rancidity. Now we have come to here why to preserve food, why should we preserve food. I will explain it here. Types of food here, food types, perishable, semi-perishable and shelf-stable. There are three types of food. Perishable types of food is fruits, milk. Semi-perishable type of food is cheese, some ready foods. Shelf-stable, grains. Now first perishable lasts for less time, 2 days to 1 week. Example, fruits, milk, vegetables, meats. That is perishable type of food. Semi-perishable type of food lasts for around 2 months and are processed. Example, ice cream, cheese, bread, cake, pastries. Shelf-stable has longer shelf life, more than 6 months. Example, food grains. These are the types of food. Here, if we are able to preserve food, we enjoy any kind of food in any season. We eat food even it is not available in our areas. We can store our food easily and without worries by food preservation process. Now here the principles of food preservation, that is first, inhibit the growth and activity of microorganisms. First is asepsis, to keep out microorganisms, removal of microorganisms, stopping the growth and activity of microorganisms, low temperatures, drying or chemicals used to stopping the microorganism or to stop the growth and activity of microorganism, destruction of moisture by heating or radiation. This is the first method how we can preserve a food for a long time. Now second point is here, protecting against self decomposition of food, inhibit the activity of endogenous enzyme phenolase, delay or inhibit chemical reactions, non-enzymatic brewing. Third point is here, protection from invasion and spoilage by insects and rodents. Fourth point is here, protection against losses by mechanical cause. Through these steps we can save a food, we can preserve a food by eliminating the contents. Now we have come to the importance of food preservation here. Importance and vital in the food industry due to a number of social, psychological and health factors. First, increases the shelf life of food. Second point is here, retain the quality of food, color, texture, flavor and nutritional value. Third point is here, increases food supply. Fourth point is here, adds variety to the food in any season. Fifth point is here, decreases wastage of food in any season because that can be stored in a storage for food preservation. Here last is one, make foods available throughout the year. These are the basic importance of food preservation. If we are not making a food preservation process, we cannot store a food for a year using food processing process. Then it is impossible to use any fruits, any grains at any time. When we are using a food preservation process, then it is possible we can eat anything at any time in the whole year. This is the food preservation method here. Preservation method vary according to the food items and quantity of items to be preserved. Principles of food preservation can be broadly classified into two types here, bactericidal methods, bacteriostatic method. Here is the first method, bactericidal method. Most of the microorganisms are killed. Examples are cooking, canning, pasteurization, sterilization, irradiation. Now this is the second method, bacteriostatic method, based on prevention of multiplication of microorganisms may be achieved by removal of water, use of acids, oils or spices, keeping the food stuffs in low temperature. Here second one is may be achieved by method based on this principle are drying, freezing, pickling, salting and smoking. Through this method we can preserve the food for a long time. This is the second method. Now techniques of food preservation here, physical and chemical. Physical here, freezing and canning rely on killing the microorganism or at least stopping the their growth for long enough. That is known as the freezing and canning operation. Drying gammas irradiation, exposure to ultraviolet or high intensity white light, ultra high pressure and filtration. This is the second technique, that is chemical preservatives work either as direct microbial poisons or reducing the pH to a level that prevents the growth of moisture. Chemicals used today are nitrates and nitrites to preserve meat, sulfides to prevent the browning of fruits and vegetables, to prevent fungal spoilage. Common food preservation methods here: bottling and canning, pickling, drying, salting, vacuum packing, cooling and freezing, waxing, pasteurization, boiling, smoking. These are the common preservation methods which are used generally. Here the bottling and canning operation, how it will process. Bottling and canning are processed of preserving food by heating and then sealing it in an airtight container. The food is boiled to kill microorganisms and then sealed to prevent other microorganisms from getting in. Here this is the bottling and this is the canning, which is packed after the processing. Pickling food in vinegar or other acids makes it difficult for microorganisms to live. Commonly pickled food include onions, parkias, soya beans and chilies. Sugar can also be used in pickling fruits such as nutmegs, mangoes and cherries. The concentrated sugar solution used draws water from the fruit, thus preventing the growth of microorganisms. Here this is the pickling. Now here the drying preservation method. This is very important method for food preservation. A lot of food is preserved by drying under the sun. Drying removes moisture, water, vapor from food. Most bacteria die or become inactive when the food is dried. Now salting method is here. Salting is an age-old way of preserving food. The salt draws out moisture and prevents microorganisms from growing. In this process, foods such as fresh fish are gutted, washed and coarse salt is rubbed into it. Here a lot of our local foods are preserved by salting process, we can say in this figure. Now here the vacuum packing method. Vacuum packing keeps food by sucking air out from its packaging. Food is thus prevented from spoiling because there is no air. Vacuum packing is commonly used for storing nuts, sliced fish, pickled and dried fruits. This is the cooling and freezing method. Generally we are using this in domestic purpose. Cooling and freezing are the most common forms of food preservation. Cooling slows down the action of microorganisms, thus it takes longer to spoil. It allows fruit from different parts of the world to appear on our supermarkets shelves 0 to -4 degrees Celsius At freezing temperature, microorganisms become inactive, thus food cannot spoil when it is stored frozen at -18 degrees Celsius. Food like meat, fruit and vegetables are kept in the refrigerator. Now waxing method. Waxing of fruit and vegetables is also common. Apples, orange, eggplants and tomatoes are dipped into liquid wax to prevent growth of fungi and loss of moisture. Waxed fruit need to be washed thoroughly or peeled before eating. Now pasteurization method. Here pasteurization means heating food to a certain temperature for some time followed by rapid cooling. Heating at such high enough temperature kills most bacteria. However, it does not affect the taste and nutritional value of the food. This method is known as the pasteurization method of food preservation. This is a boiling food preservation method. A food is heated and cooked. The heat kills the microorganisms. Boiling kills most bacteria. However, those not affected by heat will grow when the conditions are suitable. This is the application. Boiling kills bacteria in this case. This is the smoking food preservation method. Smoking is the process of drying food with smoke for a long period of time. This method is mainly used for fish, meat and fruit such as banana. The drying effects of smoke and the chemicals produced from the smoke help to preserve the food. Here is smoked banana, here is smoked meat. Thank you. Now class is over.